I didn't know what it was. I had the feeling it was somebody trying to just mess with me. So the 5-day camp trip that I had planned turned into a 2.5-day camp trip. By that time, I was hightailing it back up the trail, packed up camp, and drove home back to Reno, 7.5 hours.
Once again, Tate and company returned to Bluff Creek to research the phenomenon of the Sasquatch. Bluff Creek is ground zero for the Bigfoot phenomenon, and with its vast wilderness and high mountain ridges, there is an air of wonder and mystique that is still very present within its wilds. But for years, others have sought answers here, to no avail. Could there really be large primates roaming the woods of Northern California? And how active could Bluff Creek really be?
With Bluff Creek itself, I'd have to go back and look. Now, when I was there, funnily enough, it was the least of my experiences. Bottom line is nothing happened when I was there for me. And I imagine with a place like, near Willow Creek, California, Bluff Creek, that it comes and goes. It's a migrating, thing. And if there's a time when a place is very productive for what we need to eat and survive, that's when we will be there.
We finally made it to Bluff Creek again.
Yeah, we came from all different directions this time, didn't we?
You went through Yellowstone and all that.
Yeah.
It was a good
Montana and then Idaho and Oregon. And
good freaking trip, though.
long drive.
So tonight, we got a good plan, right, guys?
Yeah. We're going to be using a lot of different techniques, kind of combining them.
We're going to go up to the ridge. We walked there earlier today. We're going to do some call blasting from there. See what we get. Hopefully we can get something to respond, or at least draw something in. Then there's that other ridge that you came down. You think that's a good area for call blasting, right?
Yeah, and then there's you mentioned Onion Mountain.
Yeah, we're gonna go up there later.
Yeah, so I think that's a good idea, because recently we had some sounds come up from up that way, so I think
So yeah, that should be a
good plan to hit that area.
So we got like 3 different areas we're gonna hit tonight for sure. I'm optimistic, man. I always say that, but I don't know how you feel.
Well, like this is right around the time they start closing it up here, so summer heydays have kind of passed. And I think that, whenever Bigfoot would be interested in people, it'd be around the time that people are up here when they don't expect them to be.
Right.
So we might have an advantage there, like, oh, well, they haven't checked campers out a month or so maybe, like they're wondering, hey, what are they doing out here? It's cold nights. Let's go check it out, see who's up here, because we don't normally expect anyone,
True.
I think that they could be more curious than normal.
Yeah.
If we try different things, and they might come check us out.
That's what I'm hoping, man. If we do everything, I can't tell you how many times we've tried stuff and it doesn't work, but we're just trying to think outside the box and do things that most people aren't doing.
And some things that people have tried, but I think it's worth it. You gotta try.
Yeah, got to. So we're gonna do that tonight, and hopefully we get something. So we're on our way out to do some call blasting along this ridge up here. So we're gonna go out there and do that. We're getting the cars loaded up. I'm feeling pretty good, but I always say that. So fingers crossed, and hopefully we get something. Yeah, it's a wide open area. I love it. It's if we're gonna do call blasting, if there's anything that could be near the area that might hear us, it's gonna be at this spot. So we're gonna press forward and get out there and see what happens. Oh, you have the audio recorder. You found it.
Huh? Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't like this recording.
It's really quiet.
It's the barking dog ruins the whole track.
Yeah.
But you can imitate that, you know, and then blare that. Oh!
This guy, huh? This guy doing an impression of the Ohio howl. Got it all on camera.
Later.
So Ron tried doing some wood knocks on this tree, which did not go well. So we're gonna throw some rocks down this hill right behind the camera. You can't even, I don't even think it would show up on camera that well. Let's see. Yeah, that's a freaking edge. And it's a ways down there.
How many times you want to do that?
Just get some good rocks going down there. But the idea behind that is if something's down below us, we're going to piss it off. And hopefully recreate what happened with Alex, Eli, and I in Bluff Creek a few years back. So what do we want to do now? Onion?
You guys up further up?
Yeah, oh, it's a lot further up.
Alright.
Made it to Onion Lake. We're gonna do the laser light show here. It's dark and spooky, but hopefully we're gonna do some music. And I can't show that, unfortunately. Like the lights do not pick up on the camera here, and then plus the music we're playing, I don't have copyright use for it, so I can't use it, and I'll get flagged. So that brings us to now. It should be a good time. So we did the laser show, nothing happened. at Onion Lake. We're back at camp now. Everybody is settling in for the night. Gonna get to bed, see if anything messes with us tonight. But all right, good night. So last night we didn't get anything, unfortunately. It's kind of a quiet night. We went to the ridge and did some call blasting. Didn't really get anything. Then we went to Onion Lake, had a little laser light show. Nothing happened there. And came back to camp, settled in for the night, quiet night. Tonight I don't really know what the plan is, kind of just playing it by ear. We're either gonna go to the Laird Meadow or just go to the Go Road and do some knocks, sit from the car, just listen and hear and see what we can get. But either way, night's getting pretty close. It'll be pretty dark soon, so we're gonna get ready for whatever we're gonna do tonight and then just hit it. So
Unfortunately, the group's efforts last night with call blasting didn't yield any sort of Bigfoot activity. But the team doesn't give up. As Ron and his girlfriend Freya stay back at Louse Camp, Tate and Glenn make their way to Beans Camp for a night of research.
So we made it to Beans Camp right here. We're gonna chill out and see if we get anything. I don't have an audio recorder. The only thing I got is my cell phone, so I'm gonna start recording on that. Recording. flying around.
Looks pretty trippy.
So we did some knocks and whoops. It's pretty quiet here, so we're gonna pack up and leave Beans Camp. So far quiet. We're gonna leave the area. Back at the car, didn't get anything at Beans Camp or along the road, so gonna hit it tonight. Hopefully something comes into camp. Ron and Freya said they heard possible rocks being thrown or hit together, so I don't know. Maybe something comes into camp tonight, maybe something doesn't. But, gonna get to bed. I'm gonna see what tomorrow brings.
Another silent night for Tate and Glenn at Beans Camp. But upon arriving back, Ron mentioned that he and Freya heard some potential knocks, prompting the team to have their night investigation close to Louse Camp.
We're just going up the hill to the area where you had the rock slide incident a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
Back in 2021.
3
years ago?
Yep.
So just kind of briefly, what happened there, you guys?
So Alex, Eli, and I were driving in, and then we were getting out to clear some rocks because there's some pretty sharp rocks, as you've seen in the past before in that area. So none of us wanted to get a flat tire, so we're kind of tossing rocks down the hill. And as we're doing that, Alex says, dude, I thought I heard something. And me and Eli did not hear a thing. So Eli picks up a rock and he throws it down the hill. All of a sudden these rocks start coming down at us. So Alex looks at one way, and then Eli and I take cover behind my car. And Alex was for sure something was gonna hit us or our cars. And so as we're kind of looking up from where the rocks came from, we hear something down below us in the creek, literally walking. It wasn't like stuff was falling into the creek. You know the sound when somebody's walking in the creek or something's walking in the creek, it's more distinct than that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what it sounded like. Very weird stuff. Damn, that's what we needed that night, is that light.
Just a little just do a pack punch, just that keep it charged because it's rechargeable.
See something, Glenn?
Nope.
Nothing?
Some trees.
Oh. So we were tossing rocks down here. Trying to light up there again, Ron. I want to see if I can. Way up there is where those rocks came down, all the way down here. It's wild. Getting ready. On 3. 1. Yes. 1, 2, 3. What? Pretty quiet out here tonight, isn't it?
Yep.
It's been just quiet so far.
Yeah, we tried a few things, but no response.
These darn creatures, they need to be here.
It's a good spot though, dude.
Oh yeah. So we're walking back to camp. Hopefully we start something up and we get something back on our way to camp, which has happened in the past with other people. Anything is possible.
Sounding like a broken record, another silent night for the team. 9 times out of 10, researchers don't often get activity. It's mostly silent with non-responsive nights, and that can be a test of patience for these researchers.
So I started the day off at Louse Camp, kind of packed everything up. There was a big group of people camping there, so I figured I just moved camp over to here. Drove over here. I want to say I set up camp up at the berm around noon, and then came down here, followed the trail, went and saw what I thought was the film site. Come to find out today that I didn't quite make it there. But then when I came back, I saw the clearing here and the picnic bench, so I thought about just exploring a bit. And I went back down into there and saw the creek, and I came back, and then I saw this little trail over to the right, and so I followed that down, and I saw this. It's an old sneaker, like a Skechers type sneaker, and it's got a bunch of moss growing on it, so I thought that's pretty cool. It's been here forever. It's kind of got like this rock ring around it, so it was like placed there. So I was taking a picture of that, and it was the second I took that picture, behind me I heard it was a high pitch and a low pitch laugh. It was a ha 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 ho 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 ho, but that low part was way lower. The high pitch was pretty close, but that low one, I mean, I've sat at home trying to redo that to my friends and everything, and I can't get that low. And the second I heard that, chills ran up, my hairs went on end. I didn't know what it was. I had the feeling it was somebody trying to just mess with me. So the 5-day camp trip that I had planned turned into a 2.5-day camp trip. By that time I was hightailing it back up the trail, packed up camp, and drove home back to Reno, 7.5 hours. That's how much it scared me.
What did Mike Casey hear while making his way to the film site? Was it a hoaxer, his own imagination getting the best of him, or was it a Sasquatch? We may never really know, but as Ron and Freya split off from the group, Tate, Glenn, and Mike Casey head to No-Go Valley to research in hopes of getting something as they near the end of the expedition at Bluff Creek.
We're on our way to No-Go Valley. After getting done at the film site, we were kind of clearing up the path to the film site, throwing out pieces of rock and fallen trees that have fallen over the few months. So we are all in caravan. Myself, Glenn, Mike, Casey, Ron, and his girlfriend Freya. We're all headed up to No-Go Valley. So we'll be there pretty soon. It's supposed to rain tonight, from what Rowdy was telling me, but we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't rain. We got to the turnoff now. I gotta wait for everybody because kind of left them in the dust, kind of flying down this road. But yeah, we'll report back once we get camp set up and everything, and should be good. So night has fallen here in No-Go Valley. Ron has packed up and left, so he's in town So it's tonight, me, Glenn, and Mike. We're about to go walk up the road here a little bit, do some knocks, see what we can stir up. It rained all last night and this morning, and it's just been misty. Now it's just kind of foggy, cold. The moon is out, and not quite a full moon, but it's pretty bright. So we're gonna walk around, do some knocks, see what we get. Fingers crossed.
Do a tree knock right here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That'll echo pretty good.
I'm looking at this tree right there. Through the bat, and I can't find it.
2 steps to your left.
Oh, there it is. Let's try that again. Oh my god. here, I think. Stump. Good sound. Oh, that might be. That might be pretty good.
Did you just hear that?
That was me.
No, that was another knock.
I tapped.
No, that was something else over here.
What?
That was over this way.
You sure? there's a pause in my sentence, and the camera picked up a knock. Which almost immediately you asked if I did anything.
And then like seconds later, Glenn confirmed that he heard the
Yeah,
same
he came
knock.
up and was like, yeah, I heard it. So, yeah, we got a knock tonight. So that's great.
It's at least one thing.
That's one thing. Whatever it was, a good last night on this trip here in California. A good knock. It was definitely a knock.
At least a knock. That was a knock for sure.
That was a knock. So, we're gonna all go to bed and kind of just do our thing now. And we'll be leaving here in the morning. Any last thoughts, Mike?
No, this has been a great trip. Like seriously, super cool meeting all you guys. This has been fun.
So, yeah. Good morning from No-Go Valley. We're packing up. We're headed out. It's a pretty cool trip. Got to see the aurora a little bit. A couple days ago. We're coming out of Bluff Creek with a knock. So it's pretty successful, and I'm pretty happy about that. So
Last night's investigation in No-Go Valley seemed to have resulted in a wood knock. Even though Tate didn't hear this knock, his shotgun mic was able to pick up the sound. And Glenn and Mike both heard the knock as well, to confirm this. Later that night, while Tate was getting ready to turn in, Mike and Glenn heard a tree crashing down outside camp, in the general area that they heard the knock from. What pushed the tree down? Did it fall over due to rot, or did a Sasquatch push it over? Unfortunately, there was no audio being recorded to capture this incident, so the explanation remains a mystery. After spending 9 days in Bluff Creek, Tate, Glenn, and Mike leave with a successful expedition under their belts to Bluff Creek. And with getting possible Bigfoot action on their last night, this shows that Bluff Creek could still be active. Without question, future research in the area will continue to take place as the search for Sabe continues.